So raise your hand if you would like to read the quote and first 2 points for us today. Oh, we've got 12 students who would like to take part. All right, then I'll send a request.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Humayl from room 7. Beta, I can tell that you took your exam at 10:45 a.m. Is that right?
Yes.
How do I know this, Beta?
Because I write it 10:45 on my name.
Yeah, it's in your ID, and I look at the numbers very closely. Now, I can't tell whether you took your exam on Saturday or Sunday, but I know you took it because you got the time there. Okay, how do you think you did, Beta?
I did good on my exam, but I had a mistakes on ITQA.
Oh, now what do I say about ITQA? It's the most common one, which is applied to 15 letters, okay, when they appear after Noon Sakin. And I've been saying to all of our students during the holidays, learn ITQA, okay? So beta, that's your homework then. You're going to open the Holy Quran and start with Surah Al-Baqarah and identify ITQA, and you'll be all right. Okay, beta. Let's start with the quote. If you can kindly read the quote for us and the first 2 fill in the blanks as well, please.
Okay. The basic requirement and the key to our spiritual development is to cultivate the habit of reciting the Holy Quran and to ponder over its meanings.
Yeah.
Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad Raza Ta'ala Anhu Rahmullah Friday sermon, 4th July 1997.
Excellent. So this quote always tells you is that the basic requirement and the key to our spiritual development is to make sure that reading the Holy Quran is not our habit. We make a habit, and that means that we are going to think about its meaning. So now that you're doing Nazirah, eventually, beta, you will start to learn the translation of the Holy Quran. Then you know what you are reading. Okay. So for Nazirah level 2, the Tajweed rules, we are going to learn about Qalqalah this week. And beta, would you like to read this for us, the first point?
Okay. There are 5 letters which produce a bounce when read as sakin.
Okay, so that, what is the sakin? What is the, when we say a letter is sakin, which sign do you think it carries? Does it carry fatha, dhamma, kasra, or sukoon, or tashdid? Which one do you think it is?
Sukoon.
Wow, well done. It's this one, isn't it? So when these are sakin, that means they carry the sign of sukoon. Super. Okay, beta, can you finish off the second one for us?
Okay, they are qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal.
Super. So it's nice and easy. All you have to memorize is the 5 letters. Okay. When they are sucking, you simply bounce them, and your teachers will be bouncing these, and they will ask you to do the same. And when you listen to them, you will know exactly how we bounce those. Okay, Humayl from room 7, Jazakumullah Hasan Jaza. Now let's ask someone else to come to the mic for us. Only 16 of you. Now I am looking for my Lajna students. From room 16, please. Yay, we've got Sadia Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Jazakumullah Sadia Sahiba for raising your hand. So आपकी क्लास उर्दू में होती है, so आप ये पढ़ देंगे इंग्लिश में या
नहीं? मैं उर्दू इंग्लिश में पढ़ लेती हूँ जी.
जी जी, yes please.
There are 5 letters which produce bounce where are D as when read as sakin. These are
Qaf. ये वाले पढ़ देंगे.
Okay, qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal. There are
known as
al-haruful qalqalah, meaning the letter of bounce, shake, jerk. The quality of the frame thickness and tarqiq thinness should also be
manifested, yeah.
Manifested when articulating Qalqalah
Letters.
letters with those attributes. The
Acronym.
acronym Qutbul Jadin is made from Haruful Qalqalah.
Jazakumullah. Excellent. Jazakumullah Sadia Sahiba. Very nice to hear your voice. Normally आप उर्दू क्लास में होती हैं, but आपने बहुत अच्छा किया इंग्लिश में. Beautifully read. Jazakumullah. और रूम 16 स्टूडेंट्स एंड रूम 19 हमारी लजना स्टूडेंट्स, आपकी मैंने कभी तिलावत नहीं सुनी. आपकी इंग्लिश सुन ली है मैंने सादिया साहिबा. अब आपकी तिलावत सुनने का इंशाल्लाह मौका मिलेगा, होपफुली. ठीक है
इंशाल्लाह जी.
इंशाल्लाह. अपना नाम दे दे अपनी टीचर को.
ओके जी.
मैं पूछूंगी उनसे.
इंशाल्लाह.
Jazakumullah Sadia Sahiba. Okay, it is 6 o'clock now, so we're going to start our class with the recitation of the Holy Quran, and it's going to be your Hifz Surah, which is nice and easy, Surah Ikhlas. And if you have already memorized this, then memorize your Surah Al-Baqarah with correct tajweed rules, especially your Ikhfa.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Jazba beta, just to confirm, are you doing tilawat today for us?
Yes.
And I've got your correct ID. Okay, so you're definitely doing tilawat today. Yes, we don't want to get it wrong.
Yes.
You are, and you're ready?
Yes.
Excellent, beta. Okay, so beta, what you're going to do is when you recite at the end of each word, take a short pause, and everyone at home will recite after you. Okay, so start when you're ready, beta. Start with vowels for me.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
MashaAllah, beautifully done, Jasba. I have a feeling I've heard your recitation before as well. Or maybe you took part in the main session. Did you do that before?
Yes.
Yes, I love your sweet voice. Now then, Jasba beta, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you are under 7, aren't you?
Yes.
So you are not even 7 yet, and you've done an amazing job, mashallah. You should be very proud of yourself, and your parents should be as well. I certainly am that I've got a student like you at Nazirah level 2, under 7 doing Nazirah level 2, mashallah. Well done. And I hope that you have managed to inspire and motivate our other students to take part. So jazakumullah for that. Now we'll hear your lovely voice again at the end of the lesson when you will be reciting the prayer for us. Is that right? I think she's on mute. Okay, but I'll be ready. So when we come back, then you can recite for us the prayer. Okay, so all of you, I have underlined your dals here because when they are sakin, we're going to bounce them, and she did a wonderful job by bouncing them. Okay, so this is munawwan, but when you're stopping, we apply the rule of waqf, and we exchange this tanween, damatain, with sukoon because we are stopping here. And she didn't say ahad. She said ahad, hussamad, yalid, lad, had. Okay, so we're not saying ahad. We're bouncing a little. We're letting the air out, and that's what we are learning today. Nice and easy topic. So, what is qalqalah? So you need to learn the terminology qalqalah. So if I say the word qalqalah, you should think about jerking, shaking, bouncing, echoing, or a little bit of disturbance. Now then, what are we bouncing? Bouncing ball? No, we are bouncing certain Arabic letters. Okay, So that's what qalqalah means. Qalqalah means to bounce. And at L2, we are talking about bouncing the sound of certain letters when they are sakin. Okay, so there are only 5 letters which are read when they are sakin. We apply qalqalah, meaning we bounce them. Okay, so we bounce them. So here you see qaf, it is sakin. We're going to bounce it. Now then, if beforehand you've learned this as razaqnahum absarihim. Okay, this is from Surah Al-Baqarah. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah, and you've already memorized it. Now then, you're going to go back, and if you're not bouncing it, you're going to say ra. This is your thick. Okay, razaqnahum absarihim qad. Okay, and here we've got ta, and we're going to say fawa sata sato maj. Now remember, ta is the theme letter, so I can't bounce this ta. I can't say fawa sata. I am going to make my mouth rounder. Sato. Okay, you need to practice this, because without practice, you will know it, you'll have the knowledge, but unless you practice it, you will not be able to pronounce it correctly. So fawa sato. I keep saying this as thick sounding. Fawa sato. Be majid. Now in your breakout rooms, your teachers will do this qalqalah for you, so you have the opportunity to listen to your teachers. Okay, so to remember the 5 letters of qalqalah, memorize this made up word. We call it acronym. It doesn't mean anything. This word doesn't mean anything, but it is made up of all the 5 letters of qalqalah, and you remember those as qutubu jaddin, qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal. And that's it. That's the topic of today. Now then, you may memorize these, and you might memorize the acronym. And if you get a question in your exam and the examiner asks you, what does qalqalah mean, or the letters of qalqalah, you might get it right. But your job is, the most important part now, is to apply the knowledge. And you can only do that, you are only able to do that if you can spot these letters. Your eyes needs to get used to spotting certain letters and applying the rules. For example, when you see your ra, let me just change the color, because green is today's color. Let's go from now. When you spot a ra with fatha, it's maftuh, you're not going to say raza, ra. You're going to make your mouth round. You can say ra, zaqo. This is thick sounding letter. It is sakin, it's huruf qalqalah, so you're going to bounce it. Okay, ab. If you didn't do that before, you're going to do it now. Ab, saw. This is your thick sounding letter. Qad. This is thick sounding, but dal isn't. So make sure that you don't keep your mouth rounder when you say qado. That will be both thick sounding letters. Qad. Okay, smile for the light letters. Fawa sato. Bimaji. Nunin bimaji. Okay. Now then, from the beginning of the lesson, from this course, what did I notice is some of us were bouncing our ghain when it's sakin. And I said that when I was little, I used to bounce my sheen. But ghain is the most frequent one that we do. And now we're going to only bounce qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal, but only when they are sakin. Okay. So in your breakout rooms today, in your reading practice, you are going to do this exercise, and you're going to do Surah Al-Buruj. And it has lots and lots of examples of stopping at qalqalah letters. So you'll have plenty of practice today of qalqalah. It's nice and easy. So have a good breakout room session, and then come back for the prayer to end the lesson today. So nice and easy. Remember the terminology. The word qalqalah means to bounce. What do we bounce? We bounce 5 letters when they are sakin. Okay, not when they are mutharik, not when they have fatah, kasra, or damam, but when they are sakin, we bounce them, and no other letters are bounced. Okay, so jazakumullah for listening. Let's go now in our breakout groups.